it's always kind of awkward being the one to be like, hey guys, I have a game I want all of us to play. Hey guys, I have an activity I want all of us to do. At first, they might make you the villain for making them do it, but in the end, you'll be the hero that you did it. I promise.
Welcome, everybody, to the Chris Harder Show, where we are making you unapologetic about your pursuit of success, knowing that when good people like you make good money, they can then do great things. My name is Chris Harder, and several times per week, I will bring you epic guests, solo episodes, and every single tool, trick, and skill set you need to grow your business, grow your money mindset, and to grow your wealth to levels that you have never reached before. I've ended up in a unique place in life where I've got the experience, the connections, and all of the secrets that it takes to be successful. And I'm lifting the curtain to reveal it all to you in an effort to help put you in a position of abundance so great that you can then be as generous as possible. So let's lock arms and let's get started.
And we're back.
With another episode of He Said, She Said.
I should have started with Mick the Tick here. Nobody would know what it is, but he's
Oh my God.
He's on TikTok and I love him.
Do any of your partners have a weird obsession with someone online? I don't know. I have my favorite
girl
people.
in
Oh my God, she said this today. And Chris is like, who are you talking about? And Chris he shows me Mick the Tick videos. And I'm like, I don't know why.
Sweetest guy.
So sweet. But anyway, he's living his best life, apparently, and he's always letting us know that he loves us.
You guys have to go find Mick the Tick on TikTok.
Oh my gosh. Set their expectations lower.
It's very low. Trust me. It's very, very low.
Okay.
But somehow he just hooks you in. Lori's like, no.
Not really.
Speaking of hooking you in, it's the holidays. What are you excited about?
It's the holiday season.
What are you grateful for?
What am I grateful for? Well, I didn't know this question was coming, but
on the spot.
I'm really grateful that our family came here for the holidays because you and I have a lot of times we go to Arizona for the holidays. We have for a while now because the fam is all there, but they all agreed to come out to us for the holidays. So we have always wanted to do a Newport Beach Christmas holiday and we never have. And so we are loving this holiday season. We're about to go down to the beach and do a family photo shoot for Christmas so that we just
matching outfits and all.
Just matching white and tan outfits. We're totally doing the classic Newport Beach family thing, which is so fun because we want to have those pictures for memories. And then we're going to be getting ready for Christmas Eve too.
A lot of people stress out when their family comes or they stress out around the holidays or they don't know what to talk about. And Lori and I, in our relationship, every day when we go for a walk, we always do the Power 9. 3 things you're grateful for, 3 things you're excited about, and 3 things you're trying to manifest that day, right? And Lori and I were talking about how we've actually taken that tradition and instilled it into our family, but instead we do literally when we have family gatherings, when we do Christmas, we do birthdays, we'll do it as a family and we'll go around the table like, okay, Nick, your turn. What are 3 things you're grateful for? And he has to say them out loud and the whole family kind of learns like, oh yeah, that's right. Oh, that's cool. And then what do everyone takes their turn and then we'll say, what are you excited about? And 3 things and everybody says it out loud and you learn what everybody's excited about. And then you say, all right, what are you manifesting right now? And, holidays, it could be for next year, right? Mm-hmm. And everyone goes around, here's the 3 things I'm manifesting for next year. And what's really cool about it is when Lori and I do it together, there's not a day that goes by where I don't know what Lori is grateful for, excited about, or trying to make happen, right? AKA manifest. Well, when you do this with your loved ones during the holidays, same thing. As we're all stepping into a new year, now you know where your family and your loved ones are at. You know what they're grateful for the year that's closing. You know what they're excited about, what's coming up. And you know what their goals are manifesting. And I think there's just so much power in having structured conversation to be able to bring to the table during the holidays instead of just letting whatever be.
Yeah. And this is one of those things where if your family does not do this, this can feel really weird at first, and you're probably going to get some pushback. We were just talking about this at my birthday dinner with our family because my brother-in-law, Nick, when I first started this, he gave us so much pushback. He did not want to do our birthday tradition, which is to go around and say one favorite memory or one favorite trait about the person. He kind of just moaned and groaned about having to do it, but also especially when it was his birthday. But now all of a sudden he shared during my birthday this last year, which we just actually celebrated it like a week ago with the family because we weren't with them. He said, I'm actually the first person now who will send a voice note to my friends and give them to this, or if we're all together, I start this tradition. He goes, because it's so good and it's so important. And I mean, he always gave us flack whenever we would do it. So just know that if you want a tradition to stick and you really want to do something, you're going to have to push a little bit and just be like, look, let's just do this. Like, it's really important to be able to know how we all feel about each other and for everyone to hear words of appreciation about themselves.
And you can blame it on us. Like, if you want to start doing this with your family, you'd be like, all right, I listened to this podcast by these two cheese balls, Chris and Lori, and they do the nerdiest shit ever, but it seems to work. And they do this thing called the Holiday Power 9. And the 9 things are made up of 3 things you're excited about, 3 things you're grateful for, and 3 things you're trying to manifest. And by blaming it on someone else, like, what do you say we just go around the table and try it? Now you're not the one being like, I want to do this. You'd be like, hey, I follow these 2 nerds. They do this nerdy thing, and it seems to really work for them. And I thought it'd be fun as a family to do. And most people will be on board. And even the ones that kind of him and haw and joke around a little bit, secretly deep down, they're like, okay, this is kind of cool.
Actually, guys, hold on a sec. I'm going to interrupt this podcast for something really, really important. And if you've been a long-time listener, you know I have never, ever interrupted my podcast to share something before. But the reason why I believe it's so important is I just had my annual tax and wealth planning meeting. And I've been given access, just like every year, to so many incredible tax saving hacks, so many privileged moves that I can make with my family office, that it's kind of unfair that everybody else doesn't get these. Now, if you're familiar with the family office, you have to have a certain level of wealth to be able to work with one. And most people listening probably can't just go and work with my family office. And so the reason why I haven't brought this up before is I haven't actually had a solution for you until now. A solution, quite frankly, that is so important, I'm interrupting this podcast for it. Now, dear friends of mine started a company a while back called True Wealth. And not only do I trust them dearly, I have watched what they have done with my friends and my clients to be able to coordinate their tax situation, their business compliance situation, their insurance situation, and their personal wealth management. Because these are not separate things. This is the number one mistake I see entrepreneurs make. They go out and they piece together these separate people for their business compliance and for their tax situation and for their personal wealth building, and they don't work together. Except that's the problem. Each one of these things actually depend on each other to maximize the savings. And I don't mean by a little bit, I mean by a ton. Because I trust True Wealth so much, I am sharing this with you right now, not as an ad, because I am not getting paid for this, but because I believe it's that important for you to explore. If you have a multiple 6-figure business, preferably they're a good fit for those with a 7-figure business or close to it or higher, then I want you to hit pause real quick and set up a free call with my friends. Set up the call at chrishutter.me/wealth. That is chrishutter.me.me/wealth. I'm telling you, you can't afford to piece these things together anymore. You are wasting so much money. And if you're sick and tired of feeling like you're working too hard to have too little money left, these are the people that'll fix it, because there's a lot of money out there that you don't realize that could be left over that you don't have access to. So just set up the free call. They're my friends. I've literally never interrupted a podcast for something like this before, so you know it's important. Go to chrishutter.me/wealth and then let me know how it goes. I'll let them know that you're calling. All right, back to the episode.
I've heard a lot of people who are like, okay, my family would think this is so weird. So I started with 1 grateful for and 1 excited about. Like, so you're sizing it down, but you're also taking out the manifest, because I know that that's weird for some people. So it could be something that you're creating for yourself in the new year or whatever. So just do as little or as much as you want. And I actually want to share some things that we have done at Christmas that I've loved that we've done. I don't have the stuff for it this year, but we've done this, I think, 4 times now for 4 years.
More fun traditions. Yep.
Yes. This is another fun kind of like tradition or experience that you can create for your family. So I would go buy just super cheap white Christmas bulbs, like ornaments. Yeah. And so they can be plastic, they can be glass, whatever. And they're, not the super small ones, but like medium to
Kind of
large.
the bigger ones.
Yeah. And
Big Christmas balls.
I knew where this was going. I was like,
Big
can you
white
stop putting me
Christmas
off? I'm trying to say what we're doing. All right. So get Chris's big white Christmas ball. And then what you're going to do, you can just order them from Amazon or go to Target or whatever. Make sure you have one for every person who's going to come and do this thing with you. So maybe this is at your Christmas Eve dinner. Maybe this is Christmas Eve day. And so we just had kind of immediate family do it. So I'd buy like 8 Christmas balls. And then we would all sit down. I would have Sharpies. And if you want to make it pretty, you can do gold Sharpies or black Sharpies, but silver's kind of tough to see if you have a white bulb. So write your name on the bottom. Everybody gets a bulb. You sit down, write your name on the bottom of your ornament, and then you're going to pass it to the right. And now what you do is everybody writes one word. They see whose bulb they have now. They look at the name on the bottom and they write either one word or a tiny little sentence about you, depending on how large you got the ornament. And you're just going to go around the table and do that. This takes anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. And by the time you get your Christmas bulb back, it has all of these beautiful words on it that you didn't even know people felt about you. And what we've done multiple years in a row was we would go around, let's say we'd start with me if I had my Christmas ornament, and the person to my right would say why they wrote the word that they wrote for me on it. And then you continue around the table, and then you do that for everyone. You try to keep it quick, like 20, 30 seconds, why they wrote that. But by the end of it, you have this beautiful experience and things that your family maybe has never told you out loud or has never said, like what they really appreciate about you. And it's like the most beautiful, eye-opening experience ever. There is some facilitation involved. You don't have to do the second part that I shared. You could just end it with all of these beautiful words that you place on the Christmas tree every year. But I will tell you why this is so special is because now Chris and I have ornaments that not only have really beautiful words from Chris's dad, who has passed in 2020, but we have his Christmas ornaments that also have his beautiful words that we all wrote that we get to put on the tree every single year. So it's just beautiful memories that you're saving, whether you put them on the tree every year or not, but it's very special.
Yeah, and I think Lori's done such a good job of introducing these kind of structured interactions into our family. And it has absolutely made every gathering, every birthday, every Christmas, every holiday, every whatever, a much more fun thing. It's made Thanksgivings better. It's made Easter better. Like, it's always kind of awkward being the one to be like, hey guys, I have a game I want all of us to play. Hey guys, I have an activity I want all of us to do. But I am so grateful that you had interjected these things into life and made them not habits, but traditions.
Mm-hmm.
And that you insisted that we did it even when we didn't feel like it, right? We already
It's always pushback.
cocktails and a Christmas movie's on, and Lori's like, it's maybe 7 o'clock at night. She's like, okay, guys, let's all get out our Christmas balls and like, let's do the thing. And I'm like, no, I'm halfway through this movie and I'm already a couple drinks in. But then it ends up being such a wonderful, special thing, not just that evening to spend the time, but years later, like you mentioned with my dad's Christmas balls.
Oh my. All right. But if this is something you want to do, you are going to have to push for it. Every single year, somebody has to facilitate it and say, guys, this is what we're doing. We're going to sit down and do this. Okay, today at 6 or today at 4, this is what we're doing, because nobody ever wants to do it. And then they're so glad they did. So if you have a family that you're like, Lori, that was so hard. Yeah, it's hard in mine as well.
Yep.
But I'm so glad that we pushed through, because it's always such a beautiful experience and everyone feels so good. And I really want you to think about this. I don't want to be morbid, but I'm gonna. Like, how long do you have with your parents or with anyone around that table? You just literally don't know. And imagine having this memory as, I'm so glad we got to say those things and that person knew how we really felt about them.
So Holiday Power 9, or a version of what Lori just described, at first they might make you the villain for making them do it, but in the end, you'll be the hero that you did it. I promise. Take those ideas, borrow them. Have happy holidays. We're signing off to have the best Christmas ever. It's my favorite time of year.
Happy holidays, you guys. We're so grateful for you, and we will talk to you next week.
Love you guys. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks for listening. And if you loved this episode and know of someone else who is as successful as they are generous, please pass them on to me. It would mean the world to me if you help me get this cause and this message out to as many listeners as I can. So please, if you liked what you heard, it goes a long way if you take 30 seconds and leave me a 5-star review and share this with your friends. I'll be forever grateful. And until the next episode, cheers to your success.